All right, we figured it out. We had to reformat the SD card. We're good. Filling in my quads too, actually. But let's keep trying this out. It's fun. I just want to fuck around and find out, you know? I got Joe Rogan on. I might actually just put some music in though. Ocean Avenue by Steve Aoki and Yellowcard. Here we go. Not bad. Definitely need to work on squatting and my technique, but I like it. It's the first time in a long time I felt like legit quads. So, while we're here, try to make it look like we going straight to 55s, right off to 155 warm up. But I just want to see how it is with some plates. So let's go from there. Not everybody has to do whatchamacallit. Not everybody has to do warm-ups or certain mobility drills and all that. Some people are built to squat. All these things, you can learn to squat with a bar, all these other things, regressions, progressions, but I do deal with some knee stuff and ankle stuff. So to me, it is worth assessing and analyzing kind of my kinematics from my foot at the ankle. What's the knee doing? How's my hip? So, but right now I'm just picking low intensity stuff. I can still do that. I'm pretty sure if I had to put money on it, I won't get injured from. So, this is the ego part, which isn't good. Feels good so far. Feels really good. One more. Not too bad. A little spillage on the right side. Bar's uneven. Maybe that's the hoodie. Maybe that's asymmetries. But Feel it right in the quads. Feels good. Nothing in the knee yet. Actually, it's not too bad. I feel like the reason why I like these is so many people, most people do have some type of ankle mobility restriction. And, you know, by using the wedges, you're able to force your center of gravity a little bit forward. Because some people try to get on their heels, they go way too far forward on their feet, come up on their toes. So this is kind of nice, but I've seen things like this on my old internship. The strength coach had shown us the micro plates, like 0.5s, and you'd sit on both of those, trying to balance over the middle of the foot because your toes were hanging off the front and your heel was hanging off the back. So you had to really focus on being, you know, very precise with the intent and the way you would descend in the squat, as well as coming out of the hold too. But man, this feels great. I'm really happy with this bar. Well, the biggest thing too is it's so easy to go into injury. You know, at one point, you know, my best squat was, and I had it on a really shitty camera and stuff, and my buddy and I was doing squat every day. And in 30 days, I went from 315 for a couple reps to 505. I degraded a shit ton of cartilage behind my patella. I felt like I could only walk forward and backward. It was a weird feeling around the knee, felt sticky. I'm pretty sure there was some bursitis and stuff. The bursa sacs and everything around the joint were inflamed. So, you know, the gifted injury was, the silver line was, you know, I got my weight up and everything, but I realized because I went straight into it without, you know, building a proper foundation, making sure I was stable. Even the jump, you know, I was becoming more efficient at the movement, increased neural drive, all those things, but I was, you know, I'd barely squat as it was before that. And then I went to every day. Now, it wasn't high volume, it was working up to a technical max and whatnot, so, but still, day after day. And muscle goes, but tendons, ligaments, the other things, they take a while to catch up in terms of the adaptations that are occurring. So I definitely, I'm sure there was some rest days that should have been needed. There was some warm-ups and some mobility stuff that I probably could have done, but it was impressive. And it was so exciting seeing my weight go up every day. And it was like a conjugate style too. You do a wide stance, sumo squat, low bar, high bar, front squat, you name it, it was always on there. So cool program, but would I do it again? No. Not until I've definitely solidified a good foundation for here. So let's go again. All right, here we go. Gotta try. Right now I'm just trying to get the inside of my right foot stabilized. Bracing the core, crunch down, inhale, crunch down again. Slow descent. We're not trying to bounce out because that's not going to help us. Press the big toe into the ground. Feet stable. Brace. Not bad. Near the bottom, I work so hard to try to maintain the upright posture. I really feel like I'm pulling off. I'm trying to feel it in the legs and being loaded at the hips and stuff. So sometimes I feel like I'm overcorrecting. But, you know, mind-muscle connection isn't going to be what determines it. When you set up something correctly, you put your joints, the muscles, everything in the right line of pull, everything in the right positions, that is the best things you can do. But once you become a more advanced lifter and you start to learn the nuances and intrinsically, or your proprioception, your kinesthetic awareness, it becomes better. Seeing little things like, ooh, that first rep felt smooth, that second rep felt a little off. And it's those little things that, you know, that's why even the most elite lifters, practicing your cues, your warm-up weight, the sub-maximal loads, making those just as important in the technique work, because every single rep is usually an opportunity to get better. Now that varies, you know, complex movements, multiple joints, you want to be more careful. Everything needs to be in sync. When you're on a bicep curl machine or the other things, you have predetermined ranges of motion. You have setups that offer more stability and being able to generate more force output because you're in a more stable position. So with this though, that's why it's important just to do a little bit more each time. So, or a little bit more, paying a little bit more attention every time to the beginning in your warm-ups. In 2024, I will be doing some banded distractions. I want to work on tips, freeing up the ankle, allowing the foot to join over, because I don't want to be constrained by having a handicap with these implements forever, but I definitely want to see something that I can scale up and improve with weight. So I don't mind doing that. I'm not trying to become the world's strongest man or anything yet, just kidding. But I definitely want to push myself, because I'm in 30 to 40. After that, it's usually maintenance. So I really want to feel comfortable knowing like I hit new heights, in my 30s. So let's see. All right, we'll do one more set. We're getting there. Right foot first. Stable, making sure the bar looks even. All right, here we go. Get my foot a little bit higher. There we go. Forgot about clips. All right, here we go. Last one. So what I find a lot is with my quads, with my hip rotation, I have very poor internal rotation on my right side. And I find that I really want to, let's try to get back. I really want to take my right and rotate it out and then come back in. And it's just because I'm locked up here. I got a tight psoas right here because I have impingement right at the ankle, things aren't able to glide over. So I'm working on it, but we're getting better. But yeah, trying to keep feet symmetrical coming down. The biggest thing too is I don't have good motor control of the digits of my toes on my right side. So starting from the bottom and working our way. Because on my left side, I can do this and move my toes, no problem. On my right side, they all work together, and I don't have that independence of the big toe. So we're working on it. But squats are down. First day, it's not pretty, it's not perfect. It's assessment. It was the excitement of getting under the kabuki bar and just feeling some stuff in my quads again, man. Feels good. Ooh. Also, I have a really long torso, so my movement is not going to look that pretty. I don't think I was meant to get down into deep hip flexion, but that could be the person that's lazy in me saying, how you know? You've never really trained end range of motion in a lot of things, so we'll find out. You know, that Kevin James meme where he has his hands in his pockets, is like, that's me. I do anything but squats because I don't want to pay attention to it. And you don't have to do squats, but being in here and stuff has been giving me an itch to get better and do the squats. So yeah.